What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. As the New York Giants will actually be in attendance for the Colin Kaepernick workout along with 9 other teams. Now, of course, the New York Giants have their quarterback, but they may be looking at Kaepernick as a potential backup, which surprises me, to be honest with you, because the Giants have always seemed to be the type of organization that likes to steer clear of drama. And Colin Kaepernick would certainly bring that. Not all his fault, much like Tim Tebow would not be, all his fault if a team brought him on. But I think that's why teams have steered clear of Tebow as a potential backup quarterback. Kaepernick was a very good player early on in his career. He led the Niners to a Super Bowl, I think his second year in the league. After replacing Alex Smith, he went 12-4 in his first full season as a starter and was a very, very good pro. Until later on in his career, he certainly struggled a bit. His last year, not all due to his fault. The team went 1-10. I think he got replaced by Blaine Gabbert at some point, who was an awful quarterback. I think he started with the Jaguars. And, for his career, he's 28-30. But like I said, some of that is skewed due to that poor season. If you take that season away, he's a 27-20 quarterback with a Super Bowl appearance. So he certainly had some success in the league, and he was dual threat. Now, at this point, at his age, does he still have that ability to move the way he used to? That's yet to be seen, and I'm sure that's what they'll be looking at when they see this kid on Saturday. But he's going, regardless of how good he may or may not look, he's going to bring some controversy with him. Some people are on different sides of the fence with this guy. Some people say he was just using his right to protest to bring awareness to police brutality. Some people just don't like when you mix politics and sports. They probably said, you know what, maybe you should use a different platform to do this rather than kneeling during the national anthem. But some people say, well, that's what it's. You have to do it at a point where everybody's watching, and that was the whole purpose of it. Some people said he was disrespecting the troops. Some troops said that he was using his right to protest, and that's what they fight for. So everybody's on different ends of the spectrum on this. I'm not going to give you mine. I stay away from politics on my channel. But Colin Kaepernick could certainly be a backup quarterback in this league. And when he got blackballed, which in my opinion he did, I don't think anybody could argue that he was better than at least 5 or 6 or 7 starting quarterbacks in the league at that point, and certainly good enough to be a backup. Would have been the best backup quarterback in the league. After all, on a horrible 49ers team, he had 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He was certainly talented enough to still be in the league. He was not in the league due to his actions, in my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own. But it seems as if maybe they're willing to give him a second chance. Now, does he have anything left in the tank? We'll have to wait and see. 3 years removed from playing the sport is an awful long time. Now, I don't feel too bad for Kaepernick. He did get paid handsomely by Nike, and he didn't have to get his brains bashed in to do it when he signed on to, he got some kind of endorsement money through the company. But as far as from a New York Giants fan's perspective, I don't expect him to be a Giant. I think the New York Giants are just doing their due diligence. I don't see it. You have your quarterback in Daniel Jones. This would be something that the New York Jets would do when they had Mark Sanchez. They go out there, they bring in Michael Vick. They go out there, they bring in Tim Tebow. It just adds controversy. It doesn't make any sense. If you bring in Colin Kaepernick, the first bad game, because there's going to be a lot of people that are very pro Kaepernick. The first bad game Daniel Jones has, they're going to be calling for Daniel Jones to be benched. And so that's why I think the Giants stay away from this. You just invested a 6th overall pick in this kid. The other teams that will be in attendance will be the New England Patriots, who of course have Tom Brady, getting up there in age. The Arizona Cardinals, who just drafted Kyler Murray. But kind of makes sense. I guess they're both mobile quarterbacks. I don't know, as a backup. The Falcons, who have Matt Ryan still. I don't remember his contract, but he's still being handsomely paid. So those first 4 teams, he'd be a clear backup. The Bengals, you would think they'd be drafting a quarterback this year, but I suppose he could potentially be a guy that, even if they draft the quarterback, starts at the position for the first half of the season. The Cowboys have Dak Prescott. From all accounts, they intend to franchise tag him. The Broncos just drafted a quarterback last year. The Lions have Stafford. The Dolphins, same thing as the Bengals. You think they'll probably be drafting a quarterback. The Redskins just drafted Dwayne Haskins. And, of course, the Giants have Daniel Jones. So out of the 10 teams that will be in attendance, I honestly don't see any path to him being a permanent starter for more than 4 or 5 games, 8 games tops. They all have their quarterbacks already in place, or they will be drafting one. It's possible, I suppose, that either the Dolphins or the Bengals elect not to take a quarterback in this year's draft and take a Chase Young or an Andrew Thomas and say, we're going to give Kaepernick a shot for a year or two. I suppose that's possible. He would certainly put butts in the seats, but he would also bring a lot of controversy to your organization. I don't see the Giants doing it. It is a hot topic, though. I felt like I should do a video on it because the Giants will be in attendance, which surprised me to begin with, being that you have Daniel Jones, and I guess maybe they're evaluating him to potentially be a backup for the team, or maybe they want to get a look at him in case a team in their division like the Cowboys decide to sign him, or the Redskins. We'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. The tryout will be Saturday. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.